Two police officials have been arrested in Johannesburg for corruption and extortion. Preliminary investigation revealed that the two members found working with an illegal immigrant had already just taken a bribe from the immigrant whose passport had expired. Provincial Anti-Corruption Unit was called to the scene. The members as well as illegal immigrant have been detained. They will appear before court on Tuesday, 7 April 2026. The police seized 3,000 rand in cash as well as the illegal immigrant's passport. Johannesburg District Officer is working together with crime intelligence to root out the threat and risk posed by police officials who are allegedly to be involved in targeting illegal immigrants to solicit bribes. Lokhu ke okwenzeka la impilo yaseGoli eyenzeka nsuku zonke. Ngisho nalamapanyaza amapanyapanya labafaka into ezigreen sebejoyinile kulomkhuba ngoba bafike vele kwenzeka. Uma umuntu nje kowayeJozi CBD wababona mabebabamba labantu abangama-immigrants bajika nabi khona uzothi umbona lo muntu usehambe ekhululekile ngoba bafuna imali. Ngakho-ke uma amaphoyisa ekwazi ukubopha amanye amaphoyisa ngenxa lesi senzo, lokho nje kukhombisa ukuthi umsebenzi wabo bawuthatha serious ngoba vele umonakalo ukhona lapha esiphoyiseni. Sinenkinga engaka yama-drugs kungenxa yamaphoyisa athatha i-bribe kulabantu abangama-drug dealers. Sinenkinga engaka yama-illegal immigrants. Inkinga ekhona uhulumeni wethu owavumelayo. Okwesibili yiwo amaphoyisa adala leyo nto leyo. Ngicela uzwe la.
You know, you can't get out of this gathering for 4 days and not talk about illegal immigrants at all and how to deal with it.
We are definitely going to talk about it. And I don't know how much time do you have with me to tell you what Tito told me.
Okay, tell me.
Every time when we discuss the issue of foreign nationals. So the president convened an expanded cabinet Lekgotla. So when I got in, fortunately I was sitting next to Tito as the former Minister of Finance. It was just after COVID and we were discussing the economic strategy in order to ensure that we pump in energy into the economy of the country to create the much needed job opportunities and to ensure that we grow the economy. So there was the strategy right post COVID. And I was sitting next to it. And the target from that strategy was to create 2.5 million jobs within a period of 3 years. That would be the period during the economic rebound post-COVID. So Comrade Tito confided to him. He said, no, we can create these jobs within 3 months. I said to him, but what do you mean within 3 months that we can create 2.5 million jobs? He said, I'm sitting with the report as the Minister of Finance that there's more than 2.5 million jobs in this country, elementary jobs, low-level jobs, which are occupied by foreign nationals. And he said, if we can introduce laws to stop that and strengthen the capacity of the Department of Labor with labor inspectorates and make it a crime for appointment of illegal foreign nationals, we will be able to create those jobs within the next 3 months. So it's a burning issue and we need to resolve it. Just this year, for the first quarter of 2025, Northern Cape, we experienced increase in the levels of unemployment. And because in the formal sector, which include agricultural sector, we lost about 16,000 jobs. From the 16,000 jobs, about 8,000 were from the agricultural sector. When we engage with the agricultural sector and ask them, but why is this thing happening? At the time when we are expecting the agricultural sector to create jobs, they are shedding jobs. And then the leaders of the agricultural sector said, no, it's not because we've shedded jobs. It's simply because the farmers now are taking on board foreign nationals to work on farms, to do farm work. So that's the challenge that we have. We can't hide our head in the sand and pretend as if this is not a real challenge that is confronting the country. So the question that we should ask ourselves, what is the best way of dealing with this problem without dehumanizing foreign nationals? That is the challenge that we are confronted with, and I'm certain that this National General Council will have to respond to that.
Ngeke ngayisho lento, ngiyayiphinda namanje. There is no political will. If ubaba uTito Mboweni, may his soul rest in peace, wakhuluma after COVID, maybe kwaku 2021, maybe kwaku 2022, after COVID, wathi kukhona imisebenzi about 2.5 million jobs ingakhandeka in a period of 3 months uma nje kunga-introduce imithetho ngoba ukhona imisebenzi South Africa ikhona. Uye washo uJacinto Mangobe esoganele kwaZuma wathi uma ngabe imisebenzi bingekho eSouth Africa bafunani labantu ikhona, kodwa government is not willing to resolve that. Uma babehlangene kuleyo meeting yabo as NGC ANC sebelwazi lolu lwazi lashiwo uTito Mboweni ethi kune study uyazi kune research ekhona, they need to introduce the laws. Yini enza ukuthi bangakwenzi lokho? Ingoba there is no political will. Yingoba lento unemployment ayiba affect bona nemndeni yabo, affecta mina nawe ngoba sikho connected, sazana namuntu. Nansi into ebuhlungu. There is no political will. Kodwa ke yonke lento yenziwa yithi esivotayo. Yithini esivotele labantu ukuthi benze yona lento abayenzayo. Izolo ngeke ngakhuluma nomunye umama ngathi ibhlungu into eyenzekayo la eSouth Africa ngoba iANC isebenzile. Akufanelanga phela siqambe lamanga. Yebo nafunela iphume emandleni. Kodwa kufanelanga sishaye sengathi iANC ayisebenzanga. Ngoba kukhona imigwaqo eyayingekho. Nawe endaweni engakini uyazi ukuthi yayingekho imigwaqo. Yangena ngoba sekufika iANC. Ngoba uhulumeni wamabhunu wayehlela ukuthi izinto zenzeke kubantu abathize kuphela. Ama-RDP akhiwa. Kwangena ama-toilet, kwangena ompompi, ugesi wasabalala izwe lonke. Kodwa kuyo yonke lo msebenzi noma kufuneka bawu-sustain baqhubeke baye phambili, kwavele kwaqala lento yobugebengu eyavele yabahlasela nje ngingayazi ukuthi ibuyaphi. Kodwa ibhlungu lento uma uyilalela ukuthi uTito Mboweni wayisho lento after COVID ukuthi yazini ikhona imisebenzi in 3 months. Ingakho ngathi there is no political will. If there was a political will, le mthetho ngabe sebe-introduceile, ngabe yonke le nkinga esikhuluma ngayo ayikho. Employment rate ngaba ayikho kulezi ngesikhuluma ngalo manje sithi kulo. Isona simo nje sibhekene naso la kule South Africa yethu ekhululekileyo. Ileso simo nje. Sesekulo udaba lwamaphoyisa. Asithathe nantu udaba. The South African Police Services, SAPS, has suspended the captain attached to the Protection Security Services, PSS, after an internal investigation uncovered discrepancies and suspicious transactions within the division. The member is attached to the finance section of the Protection and Security Service and allegedly used his access to the finance system to withdraw monies running into millions. An investigation has uncovered that he manipulated the system to book out cash for himself under the disguise that the money was meant for traveling expenses for close protection attached to Presidential Protection Service. Brigadier Athlenda Mathe, spokesperson we-SAPS, ukhulume kanjena mayichaza ngalolu daba.
Attached to the finance section of the Protection and Security Service and allegedly used his access to the finance system to withdraw monies running into millions. An investigation has uncovered that he manipulated the system to book out cash for himself under the disguise that the money was meant for traveling expenses for close protectors attached to the Presidential Protection Services. Further investigation uncovered that the money was not received by the close protectors but booked out in lump sum cash amounts by the member. Following a lengthy investigation investigation, a case of fraud was registered at the Sunnyside Police Station, and an internal departmental investigation has led to his suspension. The National Commission of SAPS, General Masemola, has applauded the Financial Management Division for identifying and uprooting criminality within our ranks and has assigned the SAPS Anti-Corruption Unit to investigate the matter. The SAPS takes this opportunity to assure the nation that it has stringent measures in place to ensure taxpayers' monies are utilized in service to the nation and that the SAPS will not tolerate fraud and corruption within its ranks. No close protector attached to the President, Deputy President, Ministers or Deputy Ministers are implicated in this case.
Banga Captain wonke wamaphoyisa le mali kuthiwa ibalelwa ko-3 million. Captain wonke wamaphoyisa sezolahlekelwa khona ngokungekho. Funa akaboshwe agwetshwe. Asithathe udaba lokugcina kunephoyisa eligwetshiwe futhi. The Bronkhorstspruit Magistrate Court has sentenced Rulani Herbert Maringa, who's 44-year-old, a police officer attached to Cullinan Stock Theft and Endangered Species Unit of the South African Police Service, to 12 years direct imprisonment following his conviction for stock theft valued at 80,000 rand. He was also declared unfit to possess a firearm. On 17 April 2019, two accused persons who have since turned state witnesses stole cattle from Zonderwater Correctional Service in Cullinan at the instruction of the Constable Maringa. The matter came to light after police received a tip-off from a farmer to whom the stolen cattle have been sold. When the two individuals returned to the farm to collect payment, they were arrested. Upon their arrest, the two accused cooperated with the police and told the police that Maringa was involved in the planning of the offense and escorted to the Goudveld farm, where there is an abattoir and butchery. During the trial, Maringa pleaded not guilty and denied involvement. However, the Regional Court prosecutor, Advocate Patsy Jacobs, presented compelling evidence that proved the state's case beyond a reasonable doubt. In mitigation of sentence, Maringa, through his legal representatives, asked for lenience on the basis that there was no financial loss was ultimately suffered, as the cattle were recovered and returned to the Department of Correctional Service. Advocate Jacobs opposed this, arguing that Maringa, as a police officer assigned to a stock theft unit, had a heightened duty to prevent such crimes and had instead abused his position. She argued the court to impose the prescribed minimum sentence. In handing down the sentence, the Regional Court magistrate agreed with the state, emphasizing that police officers are expected to uphold the highest standard of integrity, and the courts have a responsibility to protect the property rights of citizens. The National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, welcomes the sentence and commends the prompt and effective response by the police in this high organized and premeditated offense involving a police official. This police officer was sentenced to 12 years imprisonment for stock theft. Ngibambe video ngiyacela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho, kodwa nje ngiyajabula uma kunje. Ingakho ngithe nje lolu daba lwamaphoyisa abanjiwe naboshwayo angeke ngilenzele ivideo yalo lodwa. Kuyangijabulisa nje ukuthi iphoyisa libanjwe lize ligwetshwe ukuze bafunde isifundo. Ngoba kube lo bamzwelile bamnikeza isigwebo esincane ngoba ethi abaluzanga mali. Ubebuqalela nje yena ubugebengu. Ngoba lo muntu uyena obekufuneka anqande ubugebengu ukuthi bungenzeki. Mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo. Ngiyabonga.